Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fan Formula, a new video for Fan Formula. I do apologise for speaking a bit quietly. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I am heading out the door to work in about an hour and a quarter, and just whilst the kettle boils so I can make myself a cup of tea, I thought I'd quickly quickly record this. So actually would it help if I had the questions available first, wouldn't it? Let's just pull them up. There we go. It's after Silverstone. Great action between Vettel and Alonso, but what's your opinion on their radio commentary where they were right to complain about track limits? If they, on the one hand, you said they were right to complain because they're the ones who are driving. They're in the best position to know who's been exceeding the track limits because whoever the director is, who cuts all the race coverage together, decides when to cut between things. She is a bit rubbish. They're sort of always about 3 or 4 seconds behind anything that happens. So it was good for them to keep commenting on it. At the same time, it was a bit much because it wasn't like one was exceeding the track limits to get around the other, or using it to pull away and put a huge gap between the two. So it was great to see. It did sort of take a little bit of the shine off what was a great fight. But it was good to see that Stewart didn't get involved in it. Whilst it was great to see that they were completely aware of each other, and kettle got boiled. I'll make some cup of tea in a couple of minutes. Also, it's great to see that they fought it out really hard, hammering nails. It did, let's say, it did sort of take a little bit of the shine off it. Question 2: a horrendous qualifying for Ferrari Williams, and one driver finished the race for each team. Which result from those two teams shocked you the most? The Williams one, for me. Yes, I did go a little bit mental in the Austrian Fan Formula, because of the great result that Williams had. I was completely shocked by the result that they managed in the qualifying for Williams. That was monumentally off. That sort of indicate that their strategist is not always up to scratch, or always thinking at the right moment. But then for Bottas to get up second on the Grand Prix was fantastic. It'd be great if the Williams could convert some of these great results into a win at some point, but who knows. But Bottas's result shocked me the most, both in qualifying and then in the race. In the race was obviously good. Actually, right, in relation to the Williams, I put a blog up recently for Velocity Connected. It's only a written blog. It's not a video one. That discusses a point I've come across in relation to the Williams team. Basically, the press was filled with Hamilton's won, or Button got fourth, etc., etc. But there's no mention of the fact that Williams was second, or the fact that all of the top 5 cars were built in the UK. No mention of it, which I thought was a bit disgusting considering how much the UK contributes to the F1 world. Q3 coming up next. Nico hoping to win his home race, but does Hamilton now have the momentum to take that next win? This is a terminology that really pisses me off because I cannot stand it. I need momentum. I've got the positive energy. If you want positive energy, shove some Duracell up your ass. It's basically down to circumstance and how good you are blocking out the external things, because Hamilton's not very good at blocking out what's going on outside the F1 world. He's always been rubbish at that. Nico is a bit colder at it, but on the day, Hamilton is the faster driver. So I'm not sure whether it's a question of the momentum. Certainly Nico, I think, is going to be a bit shaken after shaken in the sense it's not going to quite be so steely. Some of the confidence will have gone, having actually retired from one of the mechanical issues rather than being able to drive around them like he did in Canada. So we'll see. I don't want to get drawn into who has the momentum or not. Driver of the race weekend and why. Button and Bottas. Button for dragging that pig of a McLaren around to 4th place, which I say was fantastic to. It was fantastic to see that, particularly after Ron Dennis's out of place, unfair comments on Button, saying he needs to improve, etc. He's not in the team, but if you don't make him a good car, he can't put in a good performance. But it was good to see Button do well, and Bottas for getting second for Williams. It's always a good one, and if it wasn't 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd have gone a bit mental. Well, actually, now it's 5:15 now, but I would have got a bit mental. But I'll sign off now, so I'll go get myself a cup of tea and get breakfast on the go. Do you ever fuckwit at work decided that? Well, I've had a lovely week off last week, nearly all of the week. They wouldn't let me have Monday off last week. I had from Tuesday all the way up until today. Well, all the way up until yesterday off. But whether fuckwit decided that I couldn't have last Monday, but I'm in for 3 hours today. It really beggars belief. Anyway, I'll have to get off and get on. Keep yourself safe and see you for the next one.